Hi, today we're going to design an organic shape in Shapr3D. It looks like this, and we are going to use Shapr3D for iPad. We start with drawing a circle, let's say 25 millimeters. That's a good size for a cutter. And we draw a line through the middle of the circle, one here and one here. I usually draw those lines to help me draw other shapes in a circle so that the shapes are even. Here, yeah, we have to make it a little longer and trim unnecessary part. Okay, when we have the lines ready, we can make a sketch again and spline. Let's draw a line here, click it, click more, mirror, click a line here, and it makes a mirrored shape. Then we delete the constraints here. Okay, we exit sketching, we click the mirrored one and we move it. Just maybe here. Let's close, zoom in a little bit, maybe move it a little bit here. Okay, yeah, that's good. Now we can trim the unnecessary parts, like here, and those on the top as well. That's right. Okay. Then we click, we make a scale. So we scale more or less. I think it's okay, and we move it so the middle of the shape is on the line here. Then we click pattern type circular. Let's choose 16 and move the dot on the middle of the, yeah, just here in the middle of the circle, and rotate 360 degrees, and done. We have a beautiful and even pattern here. Now we can delete those two lines and, yeah, exit sketching. Thanks for watching so far. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Then we click sketch, circle, and we draw a circle about maybe 9.5 millimeters. Click offset, let's say -2 millimeters as well. Okay, and we sketch and we draw another one. A small circle here, let's say 1 millimeter. Let's move it a little bit so it will be in the middle. Perfect. Pattern, let's say 16 again, move the dot here and make a 360 degrees rotation and click done. Perfect. Okay, so now we click offset here. Let's make an offset for the circle like 1.2 millimeters, and here offset 0.4 inside as a blade, 0.6 for a support of our blade, and the last offset here 2 millimeters for better holding of a cutter. Okay, let's make an offset edge of 0.4 millimeters. Yeah, but before that, okay, let's delete this circle for now. Okay, let's delete it, and again, all right, we'll make this offset of 0.4, and let's do it. We have to click offset edge in loop mode. You can see here now it's single, click loop, and we make 0.4, and we repeat it on every other shape here. I will speed it up for you a little bit. Okay, we will make an offset from this circle 0.4 and another offset. Let's delete these constraints and another offset 0.6 here. Okay, and for this one we'll make an offset again, let's say 0.4 again here, and we have to make the support for this, for the 0.4 offset here. So again 0.6, it will be interfering with our shape, but don't worry, we can trim on the unnecessary parts and we will do it in a minute. And let's close it up a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So again, offset edge from this shape, let's say 1 millimeter, the inner shape. So we click just this one, more offset edge loop, and 1 millimeter. And we repeat it for every single one of them. So again, let me speed it up for you a little bit. Perfect. We got it. As you can see, you have to go to trim option and remove the unnecessary parts with the trim tool. Again, let me speed it up a little bit. Just one more small part remains. Perfect, now it's good. The last thing that we have to trim before we are going to extrude and make our cutter are those little parts here. So again, we can use the trim tool to trim all the necessary parts that we don't want. So remove it. Now our pattern will be nicely fitting the blade. Oh yeah, that's good. Now it looks really, really nice. So we extrude this part 2 millimeters, the next one 10 millimeters, and finally our blade for cutting the polymer clay 14 millimeters. Now we click all of those inner shapes here. Okay, so you can click on every single one of them and make an extrusion. Don't have to do it one by one, so that's a good thing here in Shapr3D. And now we can click those. Okay, and make an extrusion 12.5 millimeters, and it looks like this. Perfect. Okay, make a top view. Click here. All right, and then we click all of the outer shapes in our pattern. Can click every single one of them. And make an extrusion just one time. It's better. Okay, we have to be careful to click the arrows here. 9.5 millimeters for the support. Yes, that looks good. Now click on the small circles here and make an extrusion 12.5 again. This circle here 12.5 as well. Okay, now go inside and make an extrusion of 9.5 millimeters. Make a top view. It looks better from here if we extruded everything. Yeah, it looks good. In this one, this circle, 12.5 again, extrusion. All right, now we have to enable the sketch because Shapr3D hid it. Yes, now we can see again the sketch is here. Okay, so we click this one. To be careful when selecting because a lot of shapes are now here. So I have to click this one and make an extrusion of 9.5 again. Okay. Yes, it looks very nice. The last thing we should do before exporting, we have to connect those little things inside here. You can see the small circles. Yeah, so they are not connected. So maybe we can try to make a circle here. All right. And an offset, maybe just here, 0.8. Now yes, it's in sketch 2, so we can hide sketch 1 for now. It will be easier to click all of the parts that are going to connect the small circles inside. Otherwise, they will just fall off if you are printed. So let's make an extrusion 9.5 again. Perfect. Now we have to connect this ring that you can see, all the small rings, with the rest of the cutter. Let's make a sketch of a rectangle. Let's make 2 of them. One's maybe just here and another one maybe here. Perfect. Let's exit sketching. And we have to click all of the parts from those 2 rectangles inside. Also have to zoom in for the smaller ones. Perfect. Yes. Now we make an extrusion of 9.5 millimeters here. Perfect. I think our job is done. The cutter is ready. It looks really, really nice. I think that the pattern tool is very, very useful for cutters like this. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope you found it really useful. If so, please do not forget to subscribe for more. Leave a like. I would be very grateful. Thank you very much and bye-bye.